Welcome to the Iacon Files. Today, we dive into the Jedi archives and explore the Jedi. What up, people? Welcome to the Iacon Files. Got my Jedi outfit here. Bada boom, bada bing. Welcome. All right, so yeah, we're gonna dive into today's gonna be a cool show. You know, I think this is my first Jedi live. You know, talking about the Jedi, so that's gonna be kind of cool. You know, we always like to mix it up here in the Iacon Files. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. Hope you guys like this show. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Follow us. It gets the Iacon Files out there and lets the algorithms, whatever you call them, let us know that we're alive. Bada boom, bada bing. So how's everybody doing this Monday night, dude? It's about 7:57 Eastern Standard Time here. A few minutes early, but better early than late, right? You know, so hopefully everything's going well. I'm streaming through a new laptop. So I'm hoping that today we're going to have no issues. I've been exploring a lot of settings and all that whenever I go live. I use StreamYard. So the thing with StreamYard, from what I researched last night, staying up till like 2 in the morning, because I heard about bitrate, and a lot of people are like, yeah, you know, if you set the bitrate right, it should work with your live stream and it should run smoothly. But what I found out about StreamYard though is they adjust the bitrate themselves. So, you know, hopefully there's no issues. It shouldn't matter what I'm running for a laptop, because since StreamYard goes through the browser and you're running through their system, it shouldn't affect. But I have noticed in the past some minor glitches, but let's see what we got with this new laptop. It's got an Intel Pentium, where the last one I had was more like a knockoff processor. So this one is more, you know, legit. So let's hope for the best. I recorded a few things last night just to see, and everything seems smoothly. So I'm hoping everything goes well today, you know, so don't mess it up, StreamYard. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, so what's going on, man? We're going to talk about the Jedi, Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to dive in a little bit, you know, just like anything else. Star Wars has a huge following. And we can talk about Star Wars, you know, endless, right? You know, there's so much material, so many things to get into. But today I'm just going to hit a few characters, a few Jedis and characters that we grew up loving, and hopefully you guys like what I have, and if it goes well, you know, I'll do some more Jedi stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there is so many things that we can talk about when it comes to Jedi, and we're gonna definitely dive into that. I want Before we get into like the Jedi material, I wanted to just like talk about some of the stuff I experienced, me and my brother, and you know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars, I want to say, like, I started watching Star Wars in the late 80s. You know, you got to remember, I was young. I was born in 78, so I was probably like, you know, 8 years old or more, or maybe 10 when I started watching Star Wars out there. You know what I'm saying? So very early on in my years, I got familiar with Star Wars, and I remember having a lot of cool toys, some that we'll probably explore in this live. I'm interested though, you know, you guys who out there who had Jedi toys, Star Wars toys, let me know in the comments some of the items that you had growing up, some of the items that maybe you have right now, you know, because, you know, in Iacon Files, Third Party Kingdom, we all talk about collections. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada boom, bada. Can you hear me? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? My mic just seemed to like go blank. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Give me a second here, guys. I just want to make sure there's no issues. Let me know in the comment, those who are watching, if you can hear me, because right now, for some reason, I can't hear myself here. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Somebody let me know, because if not, I'm going to have to restart this. It's clear. My brother says it's clear. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not hearing it through the headset, which is weird. What's up, Trevor? Bada boom, bada bing. Thanks for joining me, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't hear myself through the headset, but I got the okay that everything's going well, so I'll keep it rolling. I don't know what happened. Let me just make sure everything here is legit. Bada boom, bada bing. Testing 1, 2. Speaker. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Just bear with me. Bada boom, bada bing. Go to the comments here. All right. Well, hey, I got the thumbs up, so. All right, this is going to be a first because I don't hear myself. I can just hear myself through, you know, let me just take these off since I don't hear myself through there. At least I can hear myself through the mic here. So, hold on. Let me get this out of the way. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, bada boom, bada bing. So, yeah, man. So I grew up, man, I tell you, I grew up with the Star Wars early on, and I wanted to share a few things because, like, man, I don't know about you guys, but I started collecting Star Wars toys early, you know, and I remember having the 3CPO figure that back in the 80s. I don't know who made it. I have to research it, but he was probably like this tall, and he was all gold, you know, like 3CPO, and I think his arms just kind of went like this. And his legs would move. Yo, that thing was awesome. I took that thing everywhere I went. You know, that thing was bugged out. We grew up with these. I found this one. The original lightsaber that I remember. Trevor's like, yeah, me too. Yo, man, I'm telling you, mine's yours, bro. Oh, man, are you serious? Oh my God, dude, I had the R2D2 one as well. They had a big 3CPO, and then they had an R2D2 unit that was big itself. I remember having both of them, dude. They were awesome. I had both of them, man. I don't even know what the heck happened to them. But this lightsaber, I remember seeing this back in the day, guys, when Zayers used to be around. I don't know if you guys remember Zayers. I don't know if you guys had it in your hometown, but here in Massachusetts, we had the franchise store Zayers, and later it turned into Ames, and my friend had Darth Vader. Yo, I don't remember Darth Vader. I don't remember Darth Vader. Maybe I don't know if I had him or not, but to be honest, I don't remember that one. But I do remember the 3CPO because he was a big figure. He was like maybe the size of those old style G.I. Joes from the 70s or 60s. You know, he was a pretty decent size, like doll or figure, if you want to call it. And then R2D2 was pretty massive as well, you know. I'd have to look up some pictures on those to remember, but I remember this, you know, and then with the lightsaber, this is how it looked with the lightsaber. I remember going into Zayers, and there was like just like a humongous rack full of these lightsabers, and they were all different colors, and the bottom of it was hollow. And I remember picking it up in the stores and kind of swinging it, and when you swing it, it would make that lightsaber noise, like it had like I can't remember how great the sound was, but it did make a sound similar to the movies whenever you would wheel it. I don't know how they did that. I think it was because, like, if you look back here, this thing had holes. You can see it at the hilt, and then this whole thing was hollow. So somehow they developed it that it made noise when you swing it. Trevor's like, yep. Your mom worked at Zayre's? Oh, man. Dude, I have so many good memories of Zayre's, man. Like, probably not so good ones for me, but I remember, I got to share this with you guys because I remember going to Zayre's with my mom back in the day. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. But I would always go just like any other kid. Hey, Mom, can I buy a toy? Can I get a toy? And she would say, yeah, you got to keep it within like a few dollars, like $3-4 or whatever, What I used to do, it'd be hilarious to see if some of you guys did the same thing. But what I used to do back in the day, because times have changed, guys. Times has changed. Back in the day, I remember one particular day I went and I grabbed the G.I. Joe pack. The G.I. Joe pack that had Galapagos, if I'm saying his name right, the Cobra, like, Emperor or something, Galapagos. I think and it had Nemesis Enforcer, and it had Pythona, if I remember correct, Pythona, Nemesis Enforcer, and Galapagos. Let me see here. Found Metroplex for $15 back in the day, man. Wow. All right, so back in the day, Metroplex for $15, but how much you think that would be in today's money? Because we always think about, man, back then I got it for $15, but a lot of times, but in today's money it would be this. So, how much money would that have been back then, though? Like in today's, like 15 today would be what? $100? I don't know. But I was talking to my brother that not so long ago, like, because we were talking about action figures. I want to say in the 90s, I was buying action figures for like maybe $6-7. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that seemed like a good price. But today, last time I went to Target, I was just going through the toy aisle, and an action figure, guys, is just about like $20. I'm like, damn, dude. And sometimes even more than 20 for an action figure. And I know we collect Masterpiece Transformers and some other stuff, and yeah, that's really pricey. But I guess me going to just like a Target store, I just don't see. It surprises me when I see the prices of some toys. It's like, damn, dude, that's like crazy. So going back to that time at Zayre's, I grabbed the 3-pack G.I. Joe, Galapagos, Nemesis Enforcer, and Pythona. I don't remember how much was the regular price. All I remember was my mom said, if you want something, it has to be like $2 or $3. I went to the water gun aisle. And I licked the price tag off of the water gun. I peeled it off and put it over the G.I. Joe price tag. Because back then it wasn't scanning. Back then they typed in whatever the price was on the toy. So whatever sticker was on the toy was the price. They didn't have no scanners. I put a price tag of like $1.30, $1.29 on the G.I. Joe pack. Trevor's like laughing. Probably $100. Oh damn, probably $100. Okay, yeah. Damn, $15 back then was $100. Wow, that's crazy, dude. But I put a water gun. Out of all things, a water gun. And I remember clear as day. The thing was like $1.29. And you used to see me, dude. I'm licking this thing. I don't remember if I licked my fingers and wet it or I licked it itself. I got that thing so wet that it peeled off. The glue came off, and I put it right over the G.I. Joe price tag, and I rubbed it to dry it off. By the time we got to the register, dude, you wouldn't even know. And I remember the lady that was scanning it was like, yo, I don't think this is the right price tag. And my mom, bless her heart, defended me. You know, no, that's the price it says, and that's the price I want it. You know, she didn't even know. She didn't know what I was doing, dude, for my poor mom. But, yo, that day I got the 3-pack G.I. Joe for $1.29, which I'm guessing, this is just a guess, but I'm guessing that 3-pack was probably like $6. That's just a guess. You know what I'm saying? It might have been $6, so I got it for like $4 less. Man, the memories, dude. Yeah, I remember, and I'll get to some stuff. Since we're talking about vintage stuff, let me add this to the stage, guys. This will bring some memories for some of you. So here I found a catalog of Return of the Jedi collections. This is just something that I found online that I wanted to share with you guys. And yo, it shows how it was back then. I don't know if I can't see what year this catalog is, but yeah, I think like the things are blocking it right there. But this is it's got to be in the 80s, obviously, early 80s, I'm guessing. Yo, but and look at that, it says brand new, and here you got some of the characters from the movie Return of the Jedi. Keep going. Yo, look at all these. Man, I had a lot of Star Wars figures. I don't know if I had all of them at one time, to be honest. I mean, there were so many action figures, I just can't remember, but I know I had a lot. I mean, I definitely had the Royal Guard, the Crimson Royal Guard. I has the set off the band that was performing. Really? Oh, damn, dude. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yo, but I definitely, let me see. I definitely had number 73. I'm trying to see. It's hard because I know it's kind of small, but I definitely had number 73, 74. Greedo. I think that's Greedo right there, number 76. I definitely had him. And they were just like, you know, your normal up and down hands. No bending in them. They weren't like G.I. Joes. They were just like their arms went up and down, the legs went up and down. So that, you know, very basic, but they were still cool, man. The Stormtroopers, of course, we had multiple of those. Han Solo, of course, Chewbacca. The Jawa, I don't remember if I had a Jawa, maybe. Luke Skywalker. Oh, number 66, guys. That robot, number 66. I have vivid memories of that robot, number 66. That thing was the bomb. I had a few of them. Definitely Yoda. Definitely number 42, the robot. I think that's an R1 unit. The Snowtroopers for sure. You know, like I said, yeah, definitely number 36, which is that pilot that Lando Calrissian ends up flying in. I think it was Return of the Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back, where he takes over the Millennium Falcon, and that guy is like his co-pilot. Yeah, I definitely had him. Definitely number 38. Those troopers that ride those speeders. I definitely remember. Man, definitely. Wow, look at it. So this is I guess the entire list at the time. I guess that was cool. Like, you know, as you get them, you can cross them off. Like, I got this one, cross it off, and, you know, what's next? Definitely. Trevor's like, I still have most of my Star Wars. They're in my Darth Vader head. Yo, you still got most of your Star Wars, dude? That's crazy. Are they loose? I mean, I know being them old, but are they loose? Did you find some of them in packages? Like, how is your collection, Trevor? That's crazy, dude, to know that you have them still. Like, that's awesome. You know, I wish I had, you know, I think that's like a lot of us collect what we had or what we wanted as a kid. And that's definitely why a lot of times I spend my time here. And Trevor's like, they're in the Darth Vader case. When I remember the Darth Vader case, I had one. I definitely remember that, and we're gonna get into that. Let me scroll this over. I remember the Darth Vader. I definitely had that. I definitely had the 3CPO case. I definitely had both of those for sure. And there's a few other ones that I didn't even remember about, which this catalog will show. I don't remember having these guys. And again, we're talking about like 40 years ago. So my memory ain't that good, but I don't remember having these, but I remember the characters, but just don't remember. Here we go. I don't remember the gun case. I don't remember the gun case, but I definitely remember number 2 and 4, the Darth Vader cases, and then the number 3 is, according to the catalog, Chewbacca's Bandler strap. Is that what you're talking about, Trevor? That you had the band set, that like that Chewbacca thing? I guess you put it around your waist or chest. I don't remember having that one. Okay, yeah, Trevor's like, that's the band set I had. Oh, that's dope, dude. I don't remember that one, and I don't remember the gun. Did you have the gun? Do you have that still? Like, Trevor, what? I mean, I haven't researched this. Oh, okay, the singing band. Oh, okay. I got you now. Okay. Okay. Yo, that's bugged out. Man, you had that. That's bugged out. Wow. Do you have that still in your collection, or is that one that you have to get, man? I guess what I'm trying to say, like, with these things, what's the going price on these today, Trevor? Like, I haven't researched it, but if you were to try to find one of these original cases, how much would you expect to pay for them? You know, probably pristine versus, you know, well used, you know. But if you were to find like a good condition one of these, how much you think it would be worth to pay? Oh, Trevor said he might have the band in the Darth Vader case. That's bugged out, man. That's bugged out. Yeah, I definitely remember 4 and 2 because I had them. I wonder how much these would cost. I guess on eBay, go on, but I wonder how much that would be. Here we go. We got the catapult accessory. I guess that goes with the Ewok. Man, a couple of $100. Wow. That's crazy. And I mean, I guess it's not surprising too. You know, I mean, if you got something that old, you want it to go up in value, right? So, I mean, if you have it, good for you, man. You know, there you go. There's some good money there. Yeah, so we got the catapult, we got the Ewok combat glider vehicle, action figure accessories. It looks like that's like the troop. Oh, number 2 looks like the cannon where the Millennium Falcon is like flying away from what is it? Hondor? Am I saying it? What's the ice planet? Hondor? I can't believe I just watched it. No, Hoss. Is it Hoss? The planet Hoss? Where the Millennium Falcon leaves with the Princess Leia, and I believe the stormtroopers had this gun ready to shoot at him. So I do remember that. The white thing, I don't even know what that white thing is. Action figure accessories. I'm not sure what that one is. All right, here we go. Minifig. Wow. I wonder if I had number 3. That shuttle. I had it, and I guess that's their version of the Imperial. Oh wait, Desert. No, number 3. Let me see. Number 3, Indoor Forest Ranger. I think number 3 is supposed to be Imperial Shuttle because it kind of looks like it, a triangle. So maybe number 3 is supposed to be Imperial Shuttle. Number 4, since it looks orange, kind of reminds me of Cloud City. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be. It kind of reminds me of Cloud City. Definitely the number 1 is, the sailboat on Jabba. And the other one, what is that other one? ISP-6, I have no idea what that one is. I don't remember that one. Let's see, keep going here. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely had Jabba. Played with that thing beyond belief. That was actually a pretty good size back in the day, a good size action figure. I remember having that. I definitely had Star Wars becomes too overwhelming to collect. Yeah, oh my god, dude, seriously, there are so many. And especially like maybe when if they stuck with the old ones, you had a chance. But with so many movies coming out now, if you were like solely collecting Star Wars, dude, you would need a huge place for your collection. But I definitely had Jabba. I don't know if I had the play set, but I definitely had Jabba. And then I definitely had the Speeder. Definitely had that. Definitely played that a lot with that one. Ooh, yeah, definitely had this guy, the Rancor. Yeah, definitely. Definitely had the Rancor. It doesn't say how much it is here. I wonder how much it was back then. Yep, the Rancor. That's bugged out. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, the Ewok Village. Bada boom, bada bing. I had the Ewok Village. Who is Trevor? Like, who is? I know this is probably, it's kind of like Transformers. Like, who's your favorite Transformer? Like, geez. But do you have a favorite character in Star Wars? Good, evil, whatever. Or who's your favorite villain? Who's your favorite good guy? For me, my favorite all-time Star Wars character is the Ewoks. I love the Ewoks, man. I love watching them. They look funny, little cute little bears. I love watching the Ewoks. I actually, my Boba Fett, nice. My Xbox gamer tag is Master of Ewoks. Master of Ewoks is my gamer tag for Xbox. Oh my god. Boba Fett Skywarp for Transformer. Yes. Transformers are so hard. I want to say my favorite Decepticon is Motormaster. For some reason, I don't know. I just love Motormaster. And my favorite Autobot, I know this, like, again, there's so many, but I want to say my favorite Autobot is Springer. I think because just of his colors, my favorite color is green. So I think that's why I like Springer. Definitely had these vehicles, the Y-Wing, I believe that's called, the Y-Wing and the X-Wing. Definitely had those. Played with them so many times, dude. Oh my god. Boom. Yep. Oh damn, look, it's the Millennium Falcon. It looks different here in this catalog. I don't know. It looks kind of small, but maybe it's the picture. Maybe, I mean, I know it's pretty, I know the original one was pretty massive. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think these are the B-Wing, right? The B-Wing fighter, yeah. The B-Wing. I always loved the B-Wing, It was just a unique fighter. I just found it to be really awesome. Sideswipe and Trax were favorite Autobots. Trax is cool, man. I love Trax. I haven't got the new one from, man, who makes the new Trax? Star something, I think it is. But it looks cool. I like it. I got the Takara one, but I've been wanting to get the new one just for the robot. Yeah, that's a new one. And Sideswipe, I got the DX9 one. Christopher actually gave me that one last year, so I got that in my collection thanks to Christopher. There it is, the Imperial Shuttle. Oh my god, I played with this thing so many times. This thing was a good size, and I played with it so many times. Oh my god, malfunction. Us as kids, man, we always thought of something, Bada bing. Oh, there we go, the Ewoks. Man, I don't remember this. I don't remember these. Man, I don't remember these. I remember the plastic action figures, but I don't remember these teddy bear stuff. That's bugged out. Oh, there he is. Number one is Wicca, I think his name is. Wicca, is that Ewok? I think I'll show it later on. Wicca. Yeah, he's my favorite. I love the Ewoks, man. I love the Ewoks. It's crazy they only showed up in that last movie, but I always loved the Ewoks, man. They were bugged out. Here we go. So number 3, the lightsaber, like I showed you earlier. Oh, look at that Play-Doh. I guess there was a Play-Doh set for Star Wars. I did not know that. And then number 4, I'm not sure, number 4, Biker Scout laser pistol. Okay. The Biker Scout laser pistol. Star Wars Return of the Jedi Play-Doh set. Okay. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. That's cool. Let's see here. Join the official Star Wars fan club. Remember that, dude? Back in the day, you would buy stuff and you joined the fan club. You know, oh my God, I joined so many fan clubs as a kid. Oh, there he is, the Ewok. Oh my God, Wicca, I love him. And you go, official Star Wars fan club membership application form. Oh, damn, $8 back then, guys. $8, all right. Please mail this application. Wow, $8 back in the 80s, dude. Does it have a date here? I don't know, but it must have been the 80s. Wow, $8 back then. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. All right, let's get this out of here. Let's see what else I got to show you guys. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff we're going to know, but I just wanted, for the sake of the show, I wanted to go through some guys just to get some material out here, guys. Here we got Qui-Gon Jinn was a wise human Jedi master who was trained by Count Dooku and mentored Obi-Wan Kenobi. Unlike other more conservative Jedi, he valued living in the moment as the best way to embrace the Force. He was well known for listening to the Force more than the Jedi Code, a trait that often put him at odds with the Jedi High Council. Despite him being among the wisest of the Jedi, Jinn was both the Jedi to discover the Sith return. I think there's some missing, but Sith return after the millennium. I love Qui-Gon Jinn. I love the actor. I forget his name, the actor, but I love the way he played the character. I kind of felt like I had a lot of respect for him. I felt like he was very mature. I felt like he was very wise. You know, just like a lot of the Jedis, you got some that are really good in certain areas, you know, and I believe Qui-Gon Jinn was very good in the Force. Like, in the beginning of Phantom Menace, it was so, but it's the only time that I know in Phantom Menace where you get to see the super speed of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys remember where in the beginning of Phantom Menace, they're on the trade ship and they send the droids after them, and then Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are like facing off the destroyers, and then all of a sudden you see that quick video shot of them going, they go like super fast. That's like the only time ever I feel like we see a Jedi go super speed, like the Flash. And it was bugged out, man. I must have rewinded that moment so many times because I always thought it was, man, that's so bugged out. As how fast they were traveling, like boom, like super fast. I was so bugged out. Let's see here. So that was Qui-Gon Jinn. We got Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a human Jedi master. Wow, the things are super small here. Let's see, there we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a human Jedi master who trained Anakin Skywalker at the behest of his deceased master Qui-Gon Jinn, and later Anakin's son Luke Skywalker, making him one of the main characters in the Star Wars franchise. Having fought in the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan proved himself an adept strategist, duelist, and spy, as his leadership style heavily favors subterfuge and misdirection while commanding clone troopers or wielding the Force. Due to the charisma and persuasion skills, he became known as the negotiator during the Clone Wars. Obi-Wan best exemplifies the Jedi code. In spite of Darth Vader's betrayal and his master Qui-Gon Jinn being killed by his nemesis Darth Maul, he never fell into darkness. That's cool, man. You know, that's pretty bugged out. You know, I remember, like, obviously quite, you know, I like the new Obi-Wan. You know, I think he plays well in some of the scenes, but you know, since I grew up with the old one too, I do like the original actor. It's kind of sad that they kind of removed him in some areas of the film, as well as the original Darth Vader. You know, if you remember at the very end on the last movie, when Luke sees the ghosts, you know, the spirits of the Jedis, in the original one, the original actor who played Vader was the ghost, and then they replaced him with the new Anakin. So you can't even see that unless you have an original movie. That's crazy. That's really crazy. All right, let's see here. This guy was cool. You know, again, he's green, so I always love green, but Kit Fisto was a Nuatian, if I'm saying it right, Jedi Master who served as a member of the Jedi Order during the Clone Wars. During the attempted arrest of Chancellor Palpatine, Fisto was killed by the Sith Lord in a duel, leaving Mace Windu to face the Chancellor alone. Yo, man, I don't know about you guys, but I was like, dude, what the heck just happened? You're going into a room, I think there was like 5 or 6 Jedis. Altogether with Mace Windu, I think it was like 5, 6, I don't know. It was a whole bunch. And they literally just dropped to the floor within seconds. I'm like, damn, dude, come on, dude. These are Jedi Masters, dude. At least let them swing the lightsaber a few times. I'm like, oh my God, dude. They just like died within seconds. Like, oh my God. Yeah, this guy was cool, but I was disappointed to see how fast he died. You know, I was like, damn, dude, come on, seriously. Then we got Plo Koon, was a Keldor Jedi Master who served as a general during the Clone Wars and a member of the Jedi Council. Koon led the 42nd Siege Battalion in the Battle of Kato Niamuadia, in which he was shot down by his own troops upon the occurrence of Order 66. Damn, I remember that scene. What movie was it? Was it Revenge of the Sith or the Clone Wars that happened? And I can't remember. But a whole bunch of the Jedis got caught off guard. You know, this guy did. I believe this guy was flying the ship, and then the clone ships stopped behind him and shot him down. Like, oh my God, that sucks, dude. And they didn't really know. He didn't. I guess they just caught him by surprise. I was like, damn, dude, that's crazy. But he's an interesting character. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he looks, the face and everything. That he looks pretty cool. Let's see. Now we got Count Dooku. You know, how many fans we got here of Count Dooku? Count Dooku was a human Jedi Master who was trained by Yoda and mentored by Qui-Gon Jinn, who later fell to the dark side and became the Sith Lord Darth Tyrannus. He is one of the main antagonists of the prequel trilogy. He led the war against the Jedi and the Republic until his demise aboard General Grievous' ship in the Battle of Coruscant at the hands of Anakin Skywalker. Damn, dude, this guy, he had an interesting look, you know. He had an interesting look, and I'd like to get deeper into this guy to see exactly how easy was he persuaded to turn to the dark side. Was it easy? Was it difficult? Maybe some of you guys in the comments know his background story, and if you do, by all means, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I wonder. And in the movie, I remember him saying that he was like really good friends with Qui-Gon Jinn, you know. So I wonder if Qui-Gon Jinn was still alive, would he had sided with Count Dooku, because Count Dooku kind of spoke like, if you remember in the movie, like, man, I wish he was here. I wish Qui-Gon Jinn was still here, you know. So it almost seems like he spoke as if he kind of knew that he would have joined him. So I don't know. I don't know if he would have not. I don't know if maybe in the Star Wars lore, in the novels and stuff, they actually had that story background. I don't know. But he definitely, that's when you started seeing a different style lightsaber. He had like this different style handle. Let's see here. We got Mace Windu. Mace Windu was a human Jedi master of the Order and one of the last members of the Order's upper Skelons, if I'm saying it right, forgive me, before the fall of the Galactic Republic. Wow. I love Samuel L. Jackson's character. I heard rumors that they were thinking of making a series of Mace Windu, that supposedly he survived the attack of Anakin Skywalker and him getting thrown out of that palace wherever he was. That'd be bugged out, dude, if the rumors are true and that they are going to make some kind of sequel of Mace Windu. That'd be bugged out. My brother had his lightsaber. I wonder if he still has it, but he was the first one in the family to have the lightsaber. And I remember seeing it. Dude was bugged out. All right, we get into Yoda. Yoda was a wise, experienced, and powerful Grand Master of the Jedi of an unknown species and the oldest known prophets in existence, having lived at least 900 years, considered the wisest and most powerful Jedi Master within the Star Wars universe. So I'm almost positive, and again, if you guys have the knowledge, please share it with everybody here. Who trained Yoda? I'm sure it's been written about already, because I mean, I always, as a young kid, I always felt like the Force came from Yoda, like he started it. But I'm sure it was somebody, like the background story, like the Force started somewhere. I don't know if it was just like the Force just happened to be there and then just like became a host to Yoda, or if Yoda actually had a master. I mean, that'd be interesting. And again, I'm sure they probably have it in the Star Wars lore. I mean, there's so many stories that they've written that I haven't got into yet. You know, this is, like I said, I'm just kind of like giving a brief introduction to a lot of the stuff that we already know, but you know, just to get, for the sake of this live, I wanted to get into that. But that'll be interesting to know. Let's see here. We got Wicca. Oh my god, I love this guy. Wicca Warwick is an adventurous young Ewok warrior from Bright Tree Village on Endor, known for his bravery, cleverness, and pivotal role in helping the Rebel Alliance defeat the Galactic Empire during the Battle of Endor, particularly by befriending Leia Organa and leading the tribe in the final assault. He's the son of Deej, if I'm saying it right, and Shudu, brother to Wichi and Willy. Later becomes a leader alongside Princess Nisha, known for his distinctive hood and spear. So wow, there's actually a lot of story behind these Ewoks that I didn't know. I mean, I didn't even know there was a princess I thought it was just a bunch of like bears. So they actually have some kind of, tribal living style. There's actually some kind of background to these guys. That's interesting. I'd be definitely looking forward to that. All right, now we'll get into Anakin Skywalker. Man, Anakin Skywalker was a legendary Force-sensitive human male who was Jedi Knight of the Galactic Republic and prophesied chosen one of the Jedi Order, destined to bring balance to the Force. Also known as Annie during his childhood, Skywalker earned the moniker Hero with No Fear from his accomplishments in the Clone Wars. His alter ego, Darth Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith, was created when Skywalker turned to the dark side of the Force, pledging his allegiance to the Sith Lord Darth Sidious at the end of the Republic era. Damn, dude. I love, I think it's Christian. I think his first name is Christian, the actor. But I definitely love Anakin character. I love that they brought him back in the Ahsoka series. I thought that was bugged out. It's hard, man. I know it's dark, the Sith is dark, but it's really dark, man, to like even watch the episode where he walks into the temple and just kills all the younglings. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad, man. Thinking about it right now, I kind of feel bad. Here's these. I remember the video to the little kid. There's Master Skywalker. What's going on? And then boom, he lights the saber. This is what's going on, kid. You're grounded. Oh my god, dude. oh my god, dude. I felt so bad. Damn, dude. But I guess like anything, you need a good plot, right? I mean, so it was crazy though how he turned, and I guess, excuse me. And I guess what a lot of him turning to the dark side was because his fear of losing Padme, I guess. He had dreams of her dying. And Darth Sidious was like, the power to save Padme. And I wonder, like, in the last episode, I don't say the last episode, but the episode where he ends up fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, Padme goes to that volcanic planet, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi comes behind her, and he's like, "Oh, you betrayed me," and all that stuff. If you remember, like, I think Anakin used the Force on her or choked or whatever, and she fell. And then you see Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of like put his hands over her, and then she kind of comes around. Like, did he actually heal her, or was he just kind of like seeing if she was still alive? I always, because I always thought, like, here we go. He Obi-Wan showing Anakin right there that the Jedi do have the power of healing, and here is Darth Sidious telling him, I can save Padme, so I wonder if that was actually him healing her, because I know she got really attacked by Anakin. And of course, Darth Vader, born Anakin Skywalker, was a powerful Jedi turned Sith Lord. Seduced, I think that says, I can see the comments right away. Hold on. Seduced by Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine to embrace the dark side due to fear and anger, becoming the iconic villain in Star Wars, known for his black armor and role as the Emperor's enforcer, before finding redemption through his son, Luke, and destroying his master. Once a heroic Jedi Knight, his fall involved betraying the Jedi Order, leading to his near-fatal injuries or Mustafar and subsequent cybernetic life support suits, transforming him into the terrifying symbol of the Galactic Empire's power. Man, dude, I really love how they brought him back in the newer series, in the movies. The new touch of the armor. He was really powerful, I mean, do you think Vader in his prime was stronger than Luke when Luke fought him and lost. Do you think if Luke faced him when he was in the early days of Vader, he would have lost, or do you think Luke would still have won? You know, because I Vader loses, but then at the same time, but he's old by then. He's like an old guy by then. So I always wondered, would he have actually beat Luke if he was younger? I wonder. I don't know. But it's funny how at that moment that Vader picks up the Emperor and throws him over was destiny fulfilled. Because you know how the Jedi's, you're supposed to bring balance to the Force. Did he bring balance to the Force the moment he picked up the Emperor and dropped him over? What do you think about that? Do you think yes, or do you think because he turned dark side that destiny changed? What's your thoughts on that? I always wondered that, and I was watching it with my wife a couple of days ago, actually, where in the original movie, I don't remember him saying no, but in the new one, you can definitely hear him say that. So, it was kind of, cool added feature there that I wasn't expecting. Then we got Watto was a Toydarian junk dealer in Mos Espa who bought Shmi Skywalker and her son Anakin from Godula the Hutt, an inveterate gambler. He sponsored Anakin in several pod races, but often bet against his own slave, who was talented but inexperienced. Watto lost Anakin to Qui-Gon Jinn in a wager on the Bunta Ever race. Yeah, I remember, Watto, my feelings on Watto was that I felt like he did care about Anakin. I know he had he's a gambler and all this and that, but I kind of felt like he did have, I feel like he did care about Anakin. That's what I got from it. I felt like he did care about him. Because when he did see Anakin later in the years when he was older, he was like, Annie? Is that you, Annie? But he says it with some feeling. So I think he did care about him, Darth Maul was a I'm gonna probably butcher this. The Thomorian Zabrak, son of Mother Talzin, who became Dark Sidious's secret apprentice, trained as a lethal Sith assassin, known for his double-bladed lightsaber and hatred for the Jedi, famously dueling Obi-Wan Kenobi at Naboo. After surviving being cut in half, I didn't even know that until I was researching this, he returned years later as a cunning crime lord, leading the Shadow Collective and seeking revenge against the Sidious and Kenobi. And Kenobi, becoming a major figure in the underworld until his eventual death. Wow, I didn't know he actually wanted to seek revenge against Sidious. That's interesting. And it's interesting that he actually did survive. Again, when it comes to Star Wars, there's so many things they keep going that you don't know unless you follow the novels. Dude, Darth Maul was bugged out. I mean, how many of you remember this iconic moment where he pulls out that lightsaber? You don't know until he turns it on that it's a double. Dude, I mean, the theater went crazy when we saw that. Like, yo, oh my God, that thing is crazy. And of course, talking about Darth Maul, I have to tell you about an experience that I had, guys. Oh my God. I told my brother that I would bring this up. Hold on. Yo, when Phantom Menace came out, guys, right? When all the hype came out. It's been years, you know. Star Wars, the last episode came out, I don't know what, 80s, the last movie, and then they brought back the Phantom Menace, guys. The whole world went crazy, right? We were looking at the news, and everybody was dressed up in Jedi outfits, lightsabers. The theaters were packed with Jedis, you name it. Yo, me and my brother I think we took the day off from work to go see the Phantom Menace. And dude, we saw all this hype that we like, yo, let's do it. My brother's here. He's like, I wish I still had the picture. I couldn't find the picture, but I do have this. Oh my God, dude. Guys, I went to Toys R Us and bought this. It's by a company, Rubies, I believe it's called, the company Rubies. And I got it at Toys R Us. And it came with the mask, but it also came with the hood and cape. It was all like together as one. And just like you see in this picture, guys, he had the eyes, right? Because normally when you buy a good style mask, right, the eyes are out for your eyes. No, this had the eyes, and the slit above his eyes were where you look at. Oh my God, guys. I went to the movies dressed up like Darth Maul, and I was the only one dressed up, guys. I was the only one. I got dressed in the parking lot, and as I'm walking to the theater entrance, the only thing that kept going through my mind is, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking the walk of shame. By this time, I'm so embarrassed, I don't want to take off the suit where they can see who the hell it is. I did not want to take that thing off. The people in the theater were like, yo, that's a good suit. And I'm like, no, it's not. You know, they're like, you know, they're already making fun of me. Dude, the face was collapsed. It doesn't show it in here, but one side of the mask was collapsed inside. So it was flat to my face. I couldn't, no matter what I did. And in this picture, you see where it's above the eyes, there's that big opening. Guys, my mask didn't even have that big of an opening. It was smaller than that. So I think my brother helped me get into the theater. That's how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, I was so embarrassed. Guys, when the movie started and the lights turned off, I took that damn mask off. I slowly, with my arms, right? Let me show you. With my hands, I'm like sitting in the theater. I did something like this and took that mask off, guys. Oh my God, the embarrassment I had that day, dude. And I must have tucked that costume inside my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nobody to know who the hell that was. Because I know at the end of the movie, they must have been like, where is he? Where is he? Oh my God, guys. Where is that guy? Where's Darth Maul? Dude, that was the last time I ever wore that costume. I don't remember how much I paid. It might have been maybe 15 to 20 bucks. At the time, I thought, yo, this is dope. Because everywhere in the news, you're looking at it, guys. Everywhere in the news, they're talking about people dressed up with their lightsabers. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see Star Wars, guys. You know, I'm under hype. And my brother and me, like, we're going to do this. And I think my brother was actually supposed to buy a costume, but he never did. I showed up to the theater to do by myself. You know, I went with him, but I was the only one dressed in the entire parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I felt like Jar Jar Binks, man, and humiliations of Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? And above all, you know, I guess if you had a good costume, you know what I'm saying? I guess, you know what I'm saying? You like, I'm the only one, but I got a dope costume. Yo, my costume, the face was collapsed, and it was inside. Half of it was collapsed. I looked like an idiot, dude. Jar Jar Binks would have been the star of the show if he was there. You know, that's how bad it was, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, are you serious? Oh my God, dude. So it was a big following, man. Everywhere that movie came out, everything had it. All the magazines had nothing but Star Wars. I mean, everybody was breathing Star Wars. Everywhere you went, Star Wars this, Star Wars that. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Let's see here. Here we go. We got Luke and Vader facing off each other. I mean, the epic soundtrack in the background, they started dueling. He's like, maybe your sister can be turned to the dark side. No! Man, dude. That's why I think that's why I put this picture here. Like, do you think Vader could have beat Luke in his prime? You know, 'cause I mean, Luke's powerful, obviously, you know, I mean, but I feel like the genes that Luke has is because of his father, right? So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, you think Vader would have taken him off, beat him? Or I don't know. But, and then I got to definitely talk about these guys, dude. The Crimson Guard. Damn, dude, these guys look dope. Every time I see these guys, they just look like, damn, they don't mess with this, you know. The Crimson Guard, also known as the Emperor's Royal Guard, Imperial Royal Guard, or Imperial Guard, was an elite unit of the First Galactic Empire's armed forces, specifically the Stormtroopers Corps, tasked with the protection of the Emperor. Darth Sidious. Sidious was almost never seen without a detachment of royal guards at his side, so much that they were usually accompanied him to his bedchambers. Let's see, and his office within the Death Star. Okay, the exact number of royal guardsmen serving the Emperor was unknown, with specifications ranging from less than 50 to tens of thousands. Damn, really? Tens of thousands? Although their numbers were estimated to be at least 400 at any one point, like the Stormtroopers of the Stormtroopers Corps, the Royal Guards formed a military unit independent of the First Imperial Military and answered directly to the Emperor. Yeah, these guys always look bugged out to me. I love the red look. I love the red shiny helmets. They look badass. I mean, I don't know. Were they supposed to be? I don't know. Were they supposed to be Sith warriors, Jedis? I don't know. Like, were they Sith under there, or were they just regular clones, but supposed to be like badass clones? I don't know. Like, but they do look bugged out. I remember for sure. Anytime I see them, I was like, damn, that's so bugged out. So that is what I have to start off with. You know, like, if you guys like this, I'll keep it going and do some more characters next time. But I wanted to show you guys, like you were seeing, my lightsaber. This is bugged out. Yo, so last year, my wife surprised the family with a trip to Disney World. And I haven't been to Disney World since 88. It's been a long time. And so when we went back, man, I mean, there was some things that I remember and a lot of things that have changed. Obviously, one of the attractions that I've been looking forward to was Galaxy's Edge. And we had the privilege of booking our appointment for lightsaber builds. Me and my wife. I got videos on YouTube. Actually, if you go to the Iacon Files playlist, you'll see some of the videos of us building the lightsaber and building the droids. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, go on YouTube, the Iacon Files podcast playlist. There's a whole bunch of videos there that I've been working on. So if you guys haven't noticed, I've been really working hard on the Iacon Files. Trying to learn a lot more on StreamYard. There's a lot of settings that I didn't know that I know now. I didn't know that StreamYard works the bitrate by themselves, so you don't have to worry about it. Dude, I was up all night till like 2 o'clock in the morning trying to find how the hell do you set the bit rate for StreamYard. And at the end of like 2 o'clock in the morning, I found out that StreamYard does it themselves, so you don't have to worry about it. So the thing was like, I'm hoping, I don't know. See, right now everything seems flawless, but it's usually when my video's over that I see there's some stuff skipping. I'm hoping there's no skipping. If there's no skipping, that means the upgraded laptop I have is doing its job. But according to what I read on StreamYard, even if you have a bad laptop, it's not supposed to matter because you're going directly through StreamYard's service, you know? So I don't know, guys. But I've been working hard. I've been learning a lot more on how to do YouTube videos, how to make it look better. If you go to my playlist, you probably notice a whole bunch of thumbnails, creative thumbnails I'm doing, making it look, you know, better. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to have a lot of fun with this. I'm trying to make it look better. I'm trying to, like, you know, get my numbers up there. So I've been working hard. But I wanted to show you the Lifesaver. Let me take it apart. So when you get there, you know, you get one of these, and you can buy these separate if you need to. But this is the Lifesaver blade, and they have other companies that make the blades. Let me just hold on. Let me just put it on the floor. And then when you go to the I think it's called Savvy Lightsaber build, you got a few options, and this was one of the options they give you when you build it. I think there's like 4. There's this one. My wife has another one that maybe in another Jedi live will show hers. She got that one. There's one that's like nature, which is the one I wanted, but when we got there, they didn't have it available. And the nature one was cool because it had like crocodile teeth or whatever, all that. And then you have a Sith version. So they didn't have it, and they had this one. So I want to take it apart just to show you guys the process of me building it. So you can kind of see how it's pretty cool, man. I love the whole experience. You know, you go in, there's characters that trying to, they're trying to make you feel like you're in part of the Star Wars universe. You know, so it was really bugged out. I had a lot of fun doing it. Get this out here. I want to show you guys how it is when you go in, what they give you. So when you go in, you pick out which design you want. I picked this one. So they give you a tray, right? Which is like Star Wars. It looks, everything is like Star Wars related. So your tray looks like something out of Mos Eisley or something. And it would come with these parts. And they have other parts. It's not just these. You have maybe 4 other ones to choose from, but I chose these ones. So I got these. You got the bottom hilt, which there's this one, there's another one. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 that you can choose. I chose this one because I just like the style and the designs on the side. Chose that one. You got the sleeves, which I got this one. Again, you have 2 to 3 versions to choose from, but I ended up choosing this one, and I ended up choosing this one. So top, bottom, all that stuff. And then you got the main lightsaber. And I chose green. I love green, obviously. And let me take it out. So this is how you get it, right? You get that. It's on a tray. And you have a whole bunch of parts that you choose because you're building it. It's kind of like, okay, you know how the Jedi's, you're a Jedi, and then you gotta make your own lightsaber to kind of fully be a Jedi. So that's what it is. And then they give you, there's this big canister with a whole bunch of kyber crystals. All right, see if we can zoom in here. You got a bunch of kyber crystals. You got green, blue, red, and I believe purple are the ones that give you the option. But if you go, hold on, this thing already went. My camera's like, yeah, come on, pick it up, pick it up. I zoom. There we go. Ah, you serious? Bada boom, bada bing. Come on. All right. If you go to the store, so after you're done with your lifesaver build, there's a store right next to it that sells other ones. So you got yellow, white. Then they got some red ones that sometimes if you buy a red one, it might be black. That's a rarity. So I chose green. And so basically, see how this goes. How did I do this? Okay, so this is the top. So then you would put it here. It makes a noise. Hold on. I don't know if you heard that. It's like, and then from there, you start building it. So I believe this one goes first like that. And then the top right here. And these are metal. Let me show you guys. These ain't plastic, they're metal. So they're not plastic, they're metal, which is nice, you know. I don't know if it I don't know if it would be the same if it was plastic. All right, let's see here. See if I can get this on. Bada boom, bada bing. Was it this way? Maybe it's this way. Let me see. I forget. No. Watch me not be able. Oh, wait a second. I'm supposed to put these on first. Hold on. Maybe I'm doing it backwards. Hold on. So you're supposed to put these on first. And these have a blue, like one of them is blue and one of them is red, and you just match it up right here. So the blue one goes there and the red one goes there. Now this should be able to go on like that. There we go. This goes on. Bada boom. Why is this not? It's so weird how that is not going in for some reason. Let me see. This one goes like this, I think, or is it like this? Okay, like that. And then oh, it's like bugged out. Do I get it backwards? Okay. Oh, I got it backwards. Hold on. Oh, okay, I did. Okay, that's why. I was looking at this thinking that's where you put the battery. No, this is where you put the lightsaber. That's why it was okay. I got it backwards. Hold on. Let me fix it. All right, so this goes, there we go, like this. There we go. Now, there we go. Let's go. That. Oh, I'll tighten it. Give it a nice tight so it's nice and snugged. And then finally, and it has some good weight to it. There we go. Yeah, it has some good weight to it. And if you don't have, see, let me put it so you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear that sound. So that happens when you don't have a lightsaber in. There was a I forget where I bought it, but there was a page, I think, on AliExpress, somebody who made these. So it's like a lightsaber but without a blade, and you can put it in and it would turn on like a lightsaber with the sound, but not without having the blade. But then, you know, you would put the blade in like this. It goes in one way. You just turn it till it slides down. There you go. And push it in and turn it. And it's supposed to... Oh. I'm like confined here, but it makes the noise of the lightsaber. And each crystal actually makes a different sound, which is bugged. Oh, gonna metric patch is about to fall. But yeah, this is the sound of the green one. If you put the yellow, white, blue, they have different sounds. See, and if you hit it, so you can do it, and they're supposed to be actually pretty sturdy. But I love them. So I have this one, and I have a Sith blade upstairs, which maybe on the next show I'll show you. But I have a Sith one. My wife has the one she made over there at Savi's, and then she's got one that I got her for Christmas, which is Rey Skywalker's, which actually looks really nice. It comes in a Jedi case and everything. So she's got two, I got two. We got droids that, again, that could be like another live that I do to show you the droids. The droids are bugged out, guys. It was such a good time going to Galaxy's Edge. My wife bought me my Jedi outfit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I'm gonna put this on right. Bada boom, bada bing. I got this the day it was like damn, dude, it was like 80 degrees when it got this. But man, I don't know, guys, there's something, I don't know if you guys had the experience to go there. You know, the feeling of being someplace that makes it feel like it really exists. Yo, Galaxy's Edge, you know you're in Disney World, you know, you love Star Wars, but man, when you're there, you really feel like this place really exists. You know, like there's they had the Millennium Falcon right there. There's a Millennium Falcon ride, which we did. Actually, you can see the Millennium Falcon in one of my videos on the Iacon files on YouTube. It just shows us going into the ride, because you're not supposed to film, but I kind of filmed a little bit. But it shows you as we walk into the cockpit. And yo, man, the Millennium Falcon is huge. It's there out in the open. Originally, I thought the Millennium Falcon itself was the ride, but it's not. It's the Millennium Falcon is right outside, and you walk into like the building and head towards, you know, the ride. But man, you have a whole bunch of workers dressed up like Jedis. You got people dressed up like the Resistance. You got people dressed up in stormtroopers. You have a guy, Rilo Ken, which actually, again, in my YouTube videos, you'll see those videos. It just, man, and everything is like if you were like at Mos Eisley. You know what I'm saying? I think it's supposed to be the Black Forest or the Black Spire. I think that area is what that is called. I say Mos Eisley, but officially I think it's called the Black Spire. You know, Galaxy's Edge, the Black Spire, I get, is like that town, I guess. And man, dude, even talking to you guys right now, I feel like I'm there, man. I do miss it. I wanted to go back because we went during the day, And like, man, it'd be so cool to go at night and see everything lit up. There was a few rides that we didn't go on because it was just like one of them, something happened to the ride. So we were like, we could either wait or just go on to the next one, and that ride ended up, we left to go to the next ride and that thing was still shut down. I think it was like 3 hours. So thankfully we went to a different ride. But you got X-Wings. They had an X-Wings there. You got A-Fighters there. A-Wings, I think it was called A-Wings. Just a cool, you got restaurants, Star Wars themed, Star Wars food themed. It was such an experience, guys. I was wearing my Jedi outfit that day, even though it was like 80 degrees. I'm wearing it because I'm so psyched that my wife bought me this. And then I ended up buying her the Rey Skywalker outfit. So she has that, so we both have Star Wars outfits. And we both have 2 lightsabers. We have droids. I'll do some more videos on that. It was just amazing, guys. And we went to Epcot Center. We went to like Disney World, the castle, which I think is where Galaxy's Edge and all these other ones are. Supposedly they had Mario there and we didn't even know, because when we came back like the next day or two, they started advertising Mario. I'm like, dude, we were there, we didn't even see it. But the entire trip, my favorite was Galaxy's Edge. I could spend the whole day there, guys. It was such an amazing, everywhere you go they had merchandise. I got my Jedi, I got the robe and I got the Jedi underneath, the Jedi outfit underneath. I just fell in love with that whole experience. And even today when I was thinking of doing this live, I'm like, you know what, I got the Jedi outfit upstairs, I'm gonna put it on for the show. And man, I felt like I was still there, guys. You close your eyes and man, I can kind of see myself walking through that. I'm glad we took some videos. And I'm going to go through my phone and make sure I got more videos uploaded, because I did take a lot of videos, but I don't know if all of them are up on my YouTube channel. But I was walking around all over the place, dude, like a Jedi, like, yo, I was at the airport like this, I was walking around and guys, oh, it's a wizard. Nah, I'm a Jedi, but oh my God, dude, it was such a cool experience. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. We're about an hour and a half into this. All right, cool. Had a good live then, had a good live, longer than I thought it would be. So, man, guys, listen, I've been working hard the last few days. I'm saying that a lot, but I just want to express, I'm trying to bring the best content for you guys. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to learn a lot, trying to see how I can better the Iacon files, trying to see what kind of topics we can talk about. Today was a great show. We had a lot of interaction. So I guess Star Wars is a great topic for the Iacon files. But again, anything that you guys are interested in, let me know, and I'll try to do the best research I can to bring you what I can. The cool thing about our community is we have a lot of people in our community. We got Transformers Third Party Kingdom. I'm honored to be an admin there. I love Christopher Horton, Kerry Stringfellow. They're the ones who had this vision, and they were humble enough to add me into that vision. And I'm beyond belief, guys, when it comes to that. Love our community, love our family. We got people like E-Man here. I always give shout outs to him. He does an amazing job, guys. He has an amazing channel, E-Man World of Geek. I love his energy. It's really cool. We got Jimmy G, of course, The Good, the Bad, and Awesome. Check him out. Billy the Kid reviews as well. They're a bunch of great guys, and we all got a comment here. Great show. Thanks, Junior. Thank you so much. We have a great community. The cool thing is everybody does it a little bit different. So it's not the same, one of these guys might focus better on something else. You know, I'm hoping when you're here at the Iacon Files, whatever it is that I'm doing gives you a little bit of excitement to stay here and interact with me. You know, I'm just trying to be myself, trying to give as honest a feedback on whatever I'm doing. If there's something that I don't like, then I'm gonna let you guys know, look guys, I don't like this, you know. Or if I like it, I love this, guys, you know. I'm just trying to be honest and doing the things to the best of my ability. We've had some great shows here. We did some retro gaming a couple of months back. It was we had some great interaction with the retro gaming. Got some Voltron. We got a little bit of everything. I've did some reviews and some unboxing. A lot of unboxings here. The latest unboxings we did was with Ninja Turtles Bitty Pop and my wife's Bitty Pop Care Bears, which was pretty awesome. But I'm loving it, guys. I'm just trying to bring some good content, you know. So once the show is over, I'm going to start thinking about the next one to see, you know, what can I talk about, you know. So again, if you guys have ideas, drop it in the comments and I'll get working on it. But definitely please check out the Iacon Files on YouTube. Go into the playlists. I categorized the Iacon Files of the podcast, so there's about 70 something videos in there that, you know, just take your time, watch them, like them, comment, all that stuff, because whenever you comment, give a thumbs up, put a heart, all that stuff, YouTube sees it, and YouTube is like, yo, there's people liking this, so let's make sure we put the Iacon Files more out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to, even if the video's old, go in there and comment, yo, this was a good video, or yo, this was pretty cool, or I like it, whatever it is you want to say. Add a comment to each of those videos because it helps get the Iacon Files out there. You know, and I'm going to keep it going. Bless. I want to give a shout out to my brother. Thank you, Junior, for giving me this new laptop. Again, today's live is I'm going through a different laptop. This one has the Intel Pentium Core i7 processor. The other one I had was kind of like, you know, a knockoff processor. So this is Pentium, and I'm hoping everything is flawless, you know, because again, everything looks flawless on my end, but sometimes when I watch it on YouTube, it's like, oh man, it's glitching. So hopefully it's not glitching. And again, if it's doing that, StreamYard is supposed to be taking care of that, you know. I looked it up and like, yeah, you know, you don't have to worry about it. Just go live. We take care of everything. Yeah, well, you know, my last ones were glitching. What the hell? Were you asleep or something? So hopefully everything is working out. Got a new camera, and there we go. Now it tracks me. You know what's up? It's got the force. That was a shout out to my wife for getting me that new camera. It is an Osbot Tiny 2 Lite. Osbot Tiny 2 Lite. It's awesome, dude. It goes up to 4K. StreamYard goes up to 4K, but only if you're at their most expensive plan, which is like $80, dude. Like, you know, I think that's the only thing. StreamYard seems expensive. You know, I've been trying. The thing is, I'm kind of used to StreamYard now. So for me to like, I feel like to go somewhere else is like, oh, I got to do all this all over again. I'm in the middle. I got the basic plan, so it lets me do a lot of stuff. I got the new Rode mic. I've been having this for a while. I didn't start off with this. I started this with just my phone. You know, hey, what's up, guys? I started with my phone. I was on Transformers to Right Kingdom going live through my phone, you know. So it's crazy how we see everything go up, you know. So I got the new mic. I got the new boom. Before I had that black one that kept falling down. Now I got this. It's pretty awesome. Got a wireless everything. It's just little upgrades here and there, guys. So I'm liking it. You know, I got the headphones, which I'm not sure why the headphones went dead today. But the audio is good. But I usually like hear myself, you know, but for some reason it didn't go through. So not sure what happened there, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, guys, that's the show for today, Monday, Jedi Archives. We walked into this, and again, I like to mix it up. So maybe in a few weeks, a couple of months, depending on what I'm doing as far as videos, we'll get into Star Wars again and talk about some other characters. Maybe dive into the movies, some whatever it is. There's so much to go through in Star Wars, but we'll definitely think of something next to do. But I definitely want to give a shout out to all of you watching. You are important to the Iacon Files. Believe me when I say I'm not just saying it, because you could be anywhere else. I've said it before. You could be anywhere else, but you're here today watching the live, and I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. Because the time that you give, you can't take back, So thank you again, and keep watching us. Keep liking our videos. Like and follow us and all that stuff. And I'm going to keep trying to do what I can every day. You know what I'm saying? So, bada boom, bada bing. That's the Iacon Files today. The Jedi Order, the Jedi Archives, talking about a few of the characters today on the Iacon Files. So, bada boom, bada bing, guys. And with that being said, I'll leave you with the intro, the outro.